My name is Mike, and I'm going to take this video and put it onto the You Know You Are From Marquette Facebook page for those who don't get the opportunity to come back to Marquette very often, if at all. I am near the Holiday Inn, which has been here for many years, and I'm about ready to pull out. There's a Wendy's restaurant here on my left-hand side, and we're looking at the Holiday Station and the Big Boy right across the street from us. Harley Davidson shop right over here, also on the other side of the highway. So this is always a tricky little thing here, is getting over 4 lanes in order to get into Marquette. Yeah, I know for you big city people it might not be a real big deal, but here it can be challenging. This is now then the west end of Washington Street, heading east this way. That is the bypass, the Marquette bypass, which will take you right around and right into a roundabout. As far as I know, the Upper Peninsula's first and only roundabout. And then down in this area used to be a Big Al's restaurant. It's a pit stop quick lube now. Different grocery stores over here at one time. It was now Office Max. In this area was Shopco is still here. And we're continuing to head east on Washington Street. This area has grown up with a lot of banks and drugstores, Walgreens, fitness places. We're going to be crossing McClellan Avenue right now. McClellan Avenue is now a major north-south artery through the city of Marquette. It finally goes over and connects over to Wright Street and comes out just where the cemetery is in that area. So one of the bigger landmarks that's missing now in the city of Marquette is the bakery. Bunny Bread no longer exists, as most of us old-timers know it. That building has been torn down, and you're looking at a large 3-story brick building off to my right here. This is on the site of where the old bakery used to be. Phase 2 or 3 of this project here is now going to be putting a parking garage around the back side down off to the south side of Washington Street. This area is going to be changing quite a bit, but what you're going to see, we're looking at this Lincoln Avenue here going up the hill, and this area, funny, seems to stay a little bit the same. No development is hit here. There it is residential still here on Washington Street, and some of these old buildings, some of us will remember the old Spear and Sons lumber yard here on my right, and so some of this is still the same. Some type of buildings, this does need to be picked up a little bit, but the city of Marquette itself is a beautiful, viable downtown city. I love Marquette. We're coming down on the Washington Street Park down here right now, and we will be coming up on 7th Street. 7th Street now cuts all the way through off to the south and joins up with US 41 at an intersection out there. And off to my left, or off to my right, excuse me, while you can't see it, is what was known as the old roundabout area. That was where the train houses were 50, 60 years ago. And now that's where they are intending to build the brand new Marquette General Hospital. So at some point in time, the building that is over on College Avenue will be abandoned, and there will be a brand new hospital right down here off to my right, off of 7th Street. Here's another grocery store that is now the Marquette Food Co-op, which the co-op has been in Marquette for many, many, many years, but it's their new home here. So now we're coming down on my left-hand side is the Ramada Inn, and we are approaching 5th Street. It's still the same old Washington Street. Off to my right, you may have caught a glimpse of our tallest building here. That is the Senior Center. Snowberry Heights it is called. And then we're coming down to where the old, I believe, Catholic Church was at one point in time. You can see this tower perhaps off to the left here. And then Old City Hall down here between 3rd and 4th Streets. Of course, heading east, it would be between 4th and 3rd Streets. This is also the site of the UP 200 sled dog race. From this point on, Washington Street is closed down through past Front Street over the hill and down onto Lake Street. And the sled dog teams are all lined up here, both on my right and my left. And they leave here in February, go on a 240-mile jaunt up to Grand Marais, Michigan and back. This is the actual starting line with the Mining Journal building here. They leave from a gate here, and this is all covered in snow, and it's a very exciting time. A lot of people come down. Here's the old federal post office, federal building. That's where the John Stamos trial was, when the young man and the young lady thought they could blackmail him, saying they had some compromising photos of him, and Mr. Stamos had to come here right off to my left now and defend himself. And believe it or not, those two people are in prison. Funny how that works. So now we're going to cross into the most busy part of Washington Street, from 3rd down to Front, and then I think I'll go over the hill and shut the camera off because I'm tired of talking. This is just an iPhone 5. It's taken remarkably nice videos here. I hope this doesn't get too long. But Washington Street, most of the storefronts, if not all of the storefronts, are still filled. Donkers is still down here, for those of you that remember that from many, many years ago. But it's still a very beautiful, very nice downtown area. Of course, the old bank building on my right there, and then the old bank building directly up in front of us. So when they do have the sled dog race in the winter here in February, these sled dog teams actually come right over the hill here and have to come down to the bottom and make a sharp right-hand turn out onto Lake Street. You're looking at beautiful Lake Superior, and the tower down there is the Fireman's Memorial Tower. And the buildings here that used to be all the old warehouses and such, Flanagan Brothers and stuff, have all been converted to condominiums and so on and so forth. So I'm going to keep this going just a little bit longer. We are now looking at the old ore dock there. Of course, it has been disconnected from the other side of Marquette now, and so this area is wide open. But you can see that most of these old buildings down here have been converted into some other type of use. And straight ahead of us are some more condos that are being built, much to the chagrin, actually, of some of the longtime residents of the city. And then over here, where I'm going to stop and turn off my camera, is the Hampton Inn. So I'm going to pull in here a little bit. I hope this wasn't too interminably long for you, and that you might enjoy this. Thanks, it was fun.